Today, I want to start a new series in which we look at some of the aspects of artificial intelligence and its use in bioinformatics. We're going to start out today talking about a little bit about the ethics of it, just kind of introducing a couple of generalized AIs, giving a little bit of background on some AI that has been used in bioinformatics for quite some time now. So from the beginning here, let's look at some of the ethical aspects of the use of artificial intelligence in bioinformatic research. And specifically, after I give a little bit of an introduction to the past use of AI, I want to talk about two generalized AIs, Microsoft Copilot and Google Gemini. So these are two that are readily accessible to pretty much anybody, especially if you're doing research and you're part of a university. You get a little special access to Copilot. So with most universities, I should say, it depends on your university's agreement with Microsoft. But so first of all, is it ethical to use generalized AI in your research, whether you may be an undergraduate or a graduate student at a university? Is it ethical to use generalized AI? And the answer is sometimes. So if you're doing research and you're using AI, you're citing the AI that you use to analyze some data. So in that case, it would be ethical. It's no different than using some of the AI that we've used for 20 plus years in bioinformatics, such as support vector machines or any of the other machine learning algorithms that we've used. So or even regression analysis. So if you're using the AI to analyze data, then yes, that is an ethical use of generalized AI in your research. Now, generalized AI kind of lends itself more to writing and stuff like that. So that brings up the next question. Is it ethical to use generalized AI to summarize or write up your findings? And the answer, at least in my opinion, is no, it's not. You're expected to write your research up, to document your research, to present it to the world from your point of view, not from the point of view of a AI that analyzes it. So let me give you an example on an example of what I view as a ethical use of AI. So let's say that you're running two different algorithms to reconstruct a phylogenetic tree. Let's say of the alpha-actinin gene family, and we use DNA data with neighbor joining reconstruction to construct a tree, and then we also use some protein data, some amino acid sequences. And for that one, maybe we just use UPGMA. And so in both of those cases, we align the sequences, and then we develop a distance between all the pairwise comparisons of the sequences, and then we rebuild or reconstruct a phylogenetic tree. Now, they don't give us the same tree. We have we'll say we bootstrap the tree as well. So we got some statistical support for the branches on the tree. And now we need to compare them because they're not the same tree. We need to compare them and make some conclusions based on it. Now we can feed both of those trees in Newick format to either Copilot or Gemini and ask them specific questions. For example, we could ask them, do you see some groupings on the tree that don't make sense in light of the names that are given to these sequences in the sequence databases? We could ask the AI, do you see any instances where it appears like there's been some parallel evolution or convergent evolution. Okay. Now, this is particularly important when we start looking at very large phylogenetic trees. So, the ability of a human to work through a tree that's thousands of sequences long is pretty limited to be able to draw long distance comparisons and contrasts between the trees. But this is where the AIs really excel, looking at different associations over long distances like that. So this would be one case where we could use an AI to compare two phylogenetic trees, and it would be an ethical use. You would want to cite that you used the particular AI, exactly how you use exact questions that you ask the AI, and you'd want to include um, the output from the AI in possibly as a supplemental material to a journal article or even in your dissertation or your thesis. So uh, that's one case where the use of AI, generalized AI, would be ethical from my point of view uh, in bioinformatics analysis. Now then, there's a lot of purists out there that don't believe that AI should be used for many different things. Let me give you, for example, and this is kind of an analogy from a totally separate field. Okay, two totally separate fields, math and music. So let's say that before the calculator was invented, uh, everybody did everything by hand. They used slide rules and so on and so forth. Okay. Uh, I'm sure that when the calculator came around, that there were some purists out there that said that's not doing real math. That's not really being a mathematician because you're using a machine to do your calculations for you. But that's merely a tool. That machine is a tool uh, of that mathematician. Okay. And that mathematician can extend his effectiveness by using that tool. No different than a mechanic using a wrench versus a set of pliers or any other tool in any other field. Now, then, here's another analogy. Uh, let's say that, let's take the music industry, for example. There's a big debate going on out there right now about whether AI should be used to create music. Now, then, I agree with some aspects of that. I don't think that it's truly art to have an AI that writes the music and the lyrics for you. That you just tell the AI, okay, I want a song on whatever, on Old Country Roads, okay, and it writes the whole song and it adds the music to it and plays it, and you got a song. Okay, I don't think that's a valid artistic use uh, of artificial intelligence. However, there's many songwriters out there that are not musicians. Okay, and if you can write poetry and you can write, you're a wordsmith, if per se, uh, but you don't know how to write music, then how can you make your final creation without either having another person join with you and write the music or using a tool such as AI to write the music? In that case, AI is just a tool of the songwriter that's using it. Okay. So I think that there's some real fine lines and some gray areas with the use of AI in bioinformatics. Uh, but I think that generalized AI can be deployed in bioinformatics in an ethical manner. And we don't need AI making all the decisions for us. It's not even capable right now. Okay. I've used both Copilot, which you see here in the background, and Gemini just experimentally here's Gemini right here, the Google version, um, to compare a couple of fairly small, a couple hundred sequences or taxa used in phylogenetic reconstructions, and it did a great job. Copilot did a great job. It used the names of the taxa, it compared and contrasted, it found what I believe to be some convergent evolution. It called it parallel evolution in there. So it did make some valid observations from that tree. However, I also tried to feed a much larger tree, set of trees to Copilot, and those trees had uh, almost 2,000 taxa in them. And Copilot regurgitated some taxa names to me that didn't even match what was in the tree. It used somehow it took the taxa names that I had that included accession numbers as well as some abbreviated forms of the uh, species that they were from, and it inferred what the taxa were, and it was incorrect. So uh, you got to be very careful whenever you use AI. It's just like the calculator; it's a tool, and if you punch the wrong numbers into the calculator, it's not going to give you the right output. It's not going to give you what you're looking for. So AI is not a cure-all, end-all, especially right now. It's with bioinformatics, it's very much in its infancy. It's doing pretty good with just generalized tasks if you ask it to write something for you. But as I talked about earlier, that's really not an ethical use of AI. So uh, I want some feedback from my viewers. What do you think are some ethical uses of AI? What are some uses of AI in your bioinformatic research that you'd like for me to demonstrate on here? I use machine learning all the time. In fact, I got millions of calculations going on right now on a high performance cluster uh, for an upcoming paper that I'm writing. So I'm very well versed in the use of machine learning, uh, and I'm very interested in using generalized AI in bioinformatics research. And I know the ways that I want to go with it and the directions that I want to use it. But what are some questions that you have regarding the use of AI in bioinformatics? And I'll look at these comments and sort through them, and some of them I'll address, and I'll come up with pipelines and show you how to use Python in conjunction with some of these generalized AIs to answer questions that you have from a bioinformatics standpoint. So I hope that this short discussion of the ethical use of AI in bioinformatics has triggered some thoughts in your head, and that you can provide some valuable feedback to me. And I hope that we can continue this conversation further in both in the comments and in further videos. So I hope this helped you out. I hope it was a little bit of a mind tickler, uh, and kind of got you thinking about some of the different aspects and the different analogies that can be applied to determine whether something is ethical with regards to the use of generalized AI. And if you would, if you like the video, if you like my other videos, visit them and please like them. If you like this video, please like it and leave me comments. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you. Thanks. Have a great day.